How about an ant? You want to see an ant? Okay, let's see. Here we go. We'll put wings on this guy too. Let's see, orange thread will probably work. Oops, I moved my vise. Did I get out of focus? You good? Okay. Nothing works better than an ant during a PMD hatch. Always fish an ant in a PMD hatch. Okay, I'm going to put a thread base down. Now, ants they're either solid red, solid black, or they're two-toned. I'm going to do a two-tone here, and I always forget which tone is which. Okay, so I'm going to put the red in front and the black in back. I had an order of these once. I tied 5 dozen of these with the red in back and the black in front, which was backwards. And the guy didn't want the flies. I had to retie them for him. It's like, okay, whatever. So, super fine dubbing. Get my oblong. Lock it in at the top of the dubbing and go straight down. Like that. So here I want a big hind end here. So I'm going to make that fairly thick. Something like that. Okay. Now I'm going to put 2 wings on. We're going to make this a flying ant. I'm going to put my wings here. So whenever I tie a fly and I've got leftover hackle tips, save those. I actually have a box. Oh, it's a box about half this size, just with hackle tips. And one of these days I'm going to put it on eBay and see if anyone buys just hackle tips. Okay, so there's my wing. I'm going to tie those in right there. No reason to strip the fibers off the stem, just tie it straight in. Now, Bonnie Herp was here 3 or 4 hours ago. I was talking to her and I said, why do you guys put, they'll tie moose hair as outriggers on their ants. And I says, what do you do that for? And I says, is that wings? Is that legs? What is that? She says, oh, that's antenna. Well, that's good, but the antennas are going backwards. She says, yeah, that's the way the water pushes them. So I never knew that. Okay, so here, get a dark feather. We're going to hackle stack this again, and I'll tell you why in a second. So hackle stacker, tie that in, make a loop over your finger, take the feather, wrap it around. Don't use thick, something thick, don't use poly yarn like all the books say. Just use thread. It's right there, and it goes around your finger, so you don't have to fight with it. So I'll go up, down, whoops. I guess it still wants me to go up. Go down. And I'll do that 2 times. I'll go up a second time. This will drive you nuts until you figure it out. How to take the feather, wrap it around. That came undone. That's never happened before. Look at that. It stayed on my finger. going to do that again. Trim the stem. Tie it in, do your loop. Now here's, I'm going to do it, this time I'm going to do 2 loops because that one broke. So you can do 2 loops if you want. Okay, there's one up, one down, one up, then back down. Now when you get all done, take that hackle, put it right on the stem and hold it straight down. Now watch what happens here. Something amazing. Nothing. It stays put. It doesn't unravel, doesn't fall apart. Now pull everything back. Tie off on that stem. Fold your hackle stem back, tie it on, and cut your feather off. Before you put your feather down, you want to trim it so it's ready for the next fly. Okay, now I'm going to do red. Now let's see. I'm going to do mahogany just because I have it right here. So this will be the front of the ant. Ooh, that thread looks dangerous. Look at that, it's all falling apart there. Dub that. Pull everything out of the way. And do your front segment. Now take your hackle stacker. Bring it forward, pull everything back. That doesn't make any sense. Bring it forward, pull everything back. You know what I'm talking about. Take a soft loop, another loop. You want to pull that tight. Pull the thread back and tie it off. Now this is a real important concept here. Most ants will wrap the hackle where? In the middle. What does that do? That kind of defeats the purpose of 2 segments, right? If you got 2 segments and rack the hackle in front, you're not going to see the 2 fat parts of the body because that hackle's going to merge them together. So the hackle stacker is perfect because it goes on top of the bump, not between the bumps. So I don't know if, can you see that okay? Hackle stacker is the way to tie ants.
Move it back to the middle. More.
Away from you.
This direction.
There you go.
You guys are messing with me, come on.
No,
No,
you can check it out.
It's blurry there.
You got it now.
That's right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so a fish is looking at that. They're seeing the 2 segments, they're seeing the colors. There's no hackles in the way. You still got wings. If you want to do a hair up style, you can put 2 moose hairs, moose body hair back there. But that's how I like to do my ants right there.